as you have seen, the overall program helps all the students, participants, become a better entrepreneur. Most of what you saw is what students accomplish themselves. We kind of guided them. We may have held their hands and we may have answered their questions, but it is all the participants who did the work. So where I see this helping them in the future is even if they don't do an entrepreneurial venture, and even if they simply go join a workplace, a corporate environment, this helps them understand how whatever they are doing fits in the overall business of that corporation or of that company. It gives them a huge leg up in understanding how they're contributing to the overall business. So those of you who are thinking whether my student or those students who are thinking whether this might be interesting to me, try. It's the cheapest way you can actually learn something. If not, fine. You spent some time, you made new friends, and you did something cool. Okay, so that was that. If, again, those students or those parents who might be interested, please like the Facebook page at TYE Seattle. We release information about when the application is reopening or when the classes will start, etc. on that page, just so that you can stay aware. Okay. First, and now I want to appreciate some people. All the students, thank you so much. It was it was fantastic. All the classes are taught by Hemant in assistance with visiting faculty who are really people who are more or less experts in their field. Okay. Since I see some parents who are actually entrepreneurs or executives in the corporate world or real world, those of you who are interested in saying, oh, I love what these kids did, and you would like to help out, let me know. Happy to take 2 or 3 hours of your time so that you could teach. We can have a conversation and we can go from there. Last year there were 12 people who came and helped teach. That was fantastic. If you want to give a little more time, there are mentors. Sanjay, Ajoy, and Vinita. There. All 3 of them, they gave innumerable number of hours trying to coach the students and whatever he says, he did, and make them come up with this presentation. Then I had mock judges. You didn't see them today because they couldn't make it. All the presentations, when in the raw form, were listened to by the judges who were at the mock competition. They were raw, and there has been, a sea change in the quality of presentation and the polish and finish of presentation between the mock and today. Fantastic, right? So if you want to do that, and of course my 3 judges today, Prakash, Sabir, and Shabnina, thank you so much for coming. Nothing happens like this without help from volunteers, so I want to recognize Donna. I think Minnie left, or is she here? Okay. And Minnie, who needs to help the facility and everything behind the scenes. That just happens. I don't have to do. And the one person, Minnie, thank you. And one other person, Yogi, who sometimes deals with you, but she's our back office person, and she takes care of all the nitty-gritty details for me. If I need to print something or whatever, she gets it done. Okay. Huge, huge, huge thanks to Hemant. Otherwise known as Mr. H to all the students. Teaching is his passion, and I think all the students have really come to appreciate him. He claims he does this for fun. I'm not surprised. I would do this for fun. Thank you. I already talked about those of you who want to coach, mentor, or judge. Please let me know. Fantastic. Okay, now this is for all the students. Since you participated in the TYE program, all of you are eligible to be student members of TIE Seattle for 1 year. I think Minnie and Navita at the back, if you can raise your hand. They have the forms, just give them your name and email, they can work with you, it doesn't cost you anything. Okay. The winning team is going to have free participation in all events for the next 1 year as well. So all the students, all the participants are going to get student membership. You will pay the member rates. All the winning team members are going to pay, going to pay zero for the regular panel events. The next panel event for TIE Seattle is coming up on May 15th. It's on healthcare. Okay. Separately, TIE is also working on creating an internship program for high school students. So right now we have identified 4 opportunities. I'm going to talk about them. Those of you who are entrepreneurs or executives in different companies, if you want to go and say, I would open up my doors and I'll take 1 or more interns, we'll be happy to recommend any of our students. You've seen some of the work they've done. We'll be happy to recommend them. It's a lead gen, if you will. So we will be providing the leads, we'll be connecting the students with the opportunities, not a guaranteed placement. So it depends on how well they do, whether they meet the needs or not. Okay. From TIE Seattle, there are going to be internships in 4 categories. One is content writer, one is designer, product designer, website designer, graphic designer. Third is marketing and market research. And 4th is upkeep of our website, enhancements of the website, scripting involved, HTML involved, and a few other things, right? If any other participants are interested, please send an email to tye@tieseattle.org, the usual address that all of you know. Send it there, and we'll go from there. Okay. Prizes. So the winning team gets the free participation in the event, and when they go to the globals, we are going to make sure that we pay their hotel. Right? You will pay their hotel. Okay? Right? Without much ado, I would like to invite Sabir here, and I will announce the winning team. It was really tough narrowing down to one person, which is why we were gone a little longer. I think, as Sabir said, it's a high-class problem to have when you are debating about which of the 2 teams is a great winner. Not complaining. Ultimately, we decided on Team Gigantic. And Vinita, you should come up too. You are the mentor. Nicely done. Nicely done. Nicely done.
Awesome. Good job coaching them. So I wanted to give you some color on how we arrived at this decision. It's a very tough decision, actually. We spent a lot more time than I thought that we will. First of all, I felt all 3 teams did an excellent job, right? But at the end of the day, we have to pick one winner. And some of the key criteria we used, and something to basically help inform, I think all of you did a really good job identifying an unmet need around which a business can be built, right? Which is the foundation for building a great business, which is, does this pain point exist? Is this a large enough market? Do you have a viable solution? And can you make a successful business model around it? I think all of you basically had it. I think the thing that we looked at, which differentiated this winning team against the other 2, was how much traction they have made in a finite time, and what are the odds of them actually taking what they have built into a successful business. So I think just getting more traction within the constraints of the time all 3 teams had, we just felt they had done a pretty good job. The other thing, basically, we felt the reason they were getting traction was they just iterated the product and refined it to the core essence of what will resonate with the customer. And the best way to find out whether this thing works or not is, do you bring it to a point where the customers are actually beginning to pay you? And I think this team again did a really good job of taking an area which has been around for a decade and still finding that niche, which basically seems to be unsolved. And I think basically they have a good chance to actually kind of build on basically and actually make a business. I think the challenge and the thing that they will need to look at is, how do you take the early winnings that they have around this niche that they have identified, which is the independent developers, matching them up with high school students who are their audience. How do you take that? How big can that become? And then on that foundation, how can they basically make it much bigger than what they have? Because some of these things, when they take around, they have $140,000 in third year. Mobile market is very big. I think if executed well and they find the next years, I think it can be a much bigger business. But I think the key thing that differentiated them over the other teams was that clear articulation of the problem and the traction that they've shown, and then basically having a profile upon which basically a successful business can be built. So that basically differentiated them as a winner. I want to share that with you guys. That doesn't mean basically you others did not do a great job, but we just felt that basically differentiated them and we awarded them the winner. But it was a very, very healthy debate amongst all three of us to basically choose them a winner. So congratulations to all of you. Congratulations to you all.
Thank you. Hemant, do you want to say anything about them?
No, I mean, again, just reiterate my thanks, my appreciation. It's my first year doing it, but I had an absolute blast with this. Students, I would ask, like, if you had a good time, you should tell all your friends, so we can make this program grow. Congratulations to all the teams.
And also, let's say a few words, which is that say thank you to the Thai organization. I think I'm sorry, I've lost my voice, so not be that audible. But the boys had an idea, and I think the Thai structured program was so well taught that the boys were able to take that idea and understand what it took to be able to take that idea, validate it, get customer traction, and build a product that they had envisioned. I also want to say thank you to Sharmili, Anupam, who's not here, and Sanjay Puri, who've been great mentors to the team.
I have one last feedback. You guys may want to think about the name of this thing, something that actually connects with.
Yes.
So while this is good, you could just give it a little more.
So here is the parting advice I'll give you for today. Take a look at the three judges. I think you should go talk to them afterwards and see if they can spend 1 hour or 2 hours with you, giving you some feedback so that the pitch and the product can be improved. Right? And I think you would be happy doing something like that.
Absolutely.
Right? Awesome,
By
guys.
the way, not just for you guys, any of
All the
you,
three
Yeah.
teams.
any of you, I think you all have demonstrated some tremendous amount of potential and pursue that. And the sky is the limit. I'm actually amazed with each team, how well they executed in Brazil.
I echo his sentiment. At such a young age, you have shown so much potential, determination, commitment, and knowledge. I am floored. So thank you, everyone. Frankly, you are all winners in this. So thank you.
Thank you. Awesome, guys.